I'm big.
I'm big.
I'm brave.
I'm big.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
Yes, thank you. Come here, give me huggies. Thank you. I'm big.
I'm big.
I'm brave.
I'm big.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
Yes, thank you. Come here, give me huggies. Thank you.
Hello there, hope you're big, you're brave, and you're beautiful today. Now wait, 3 reasons why you must watch this video to the end. 3 reasons why you must watch this video to the end. Now, just listen to this story that I want to tell you now. It's a very interesting story. Now, in the bustling city of Abuja, a middle-aged man named Mr. Buba was entrusted with the sum of 250 million by his employer, right? Now, the 250 million naira was for him to procure equipment for an ongoing government project in that same Abuja. Now, months passed, the equipment were never purchased, they never arrived. Now, investigation later revealed that the money had been diverted into several personal accounts owned by Mr. Buba's relatives. You can imagine. Now, what followed was a legal battle that exposed not just the betrayal of trust of Mr. Buba, but a common trend within Nigeria's public and private sector. And what do we call this? Criminal breach of trust and criminal misappropriation of funds. Now, if you take a look at these 2 offenses, you will think both of them are the same thing, but they are not. You understand? Because they have slight differences. Now, these 2 offenses are bedrocks of financial crimes that have actually silently crept into the Nigerian economy and crippled it. Now, while they may sound like terms from a criminal law book textbook, criminal law textbook, their implications are deeply rooted in the daily operations of our nation's institutions, both big and small. Okay, now welcome to TGM's Legal Nuggets, where we talk about societal issues and then we throw in legal insights on such issues. So before we move on, we want to appreciate you for being there, for subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on Facebook and TikTok, and also on Instagram. We appreciate your support. We thank you for being there. Keep engaging with us, keep liking, sharing, and commenting on our contents. Thank you very much. So now, going back to our discussion for today, we want to take a look at the topic criminal breach of trust and criminal misappropriation of funds in Nigeria. Like it or not, this is a very big business in Nigeria, a very, very big business, which has actually crumbled the Nigerian economy one way or another. Now, what do we mean when we say criminal breach of trust? Now, under the law, criminal breach of trust, which is also known as CBT, occurs when a person who is entrusted with a property or a dominion over that property dishonestly converts it for his personal use or violates any legal contract regarding the use or disposal of that item. So in essence, what are we saying now? They say them give you something, make you owed, then put something under your care. Then at the end of the day, instead of you to hold that thing gently until when them will tell you, say make you bring and come, you come carry that thing, come they go they use them for your personal use, go they use them for another thing. Now wetin we they call criminal breach of trust be that way them they also call CBT. Now, wetin be criminal misappropriation of funds? Okay, now let's take a look at this. Now, criminal misappropriation of funds occurs when a person dishonestly misappropriates or converts to personal use any property or money that are not entitled to them, even if it was expressly entrusted to them or not. Now, this is what we are saying. For that criminal breach of trust, that one, them give you that money, them give you that property, if they under your care, say make you hold them. Then make you hold them or make you keep them until when them go need them or when them go say make you bring and come. But for this criminal misappropriation of funds. This one no, e no necessarily mean say dem must give you that property or that money make you owe am. Whether dem give you or not, whether you go take am from somewhere else, come go use am for something personal or for something else wey dem no need that money for, or wey dem no allocate that property or that money for, na that one we dey call criminal misappropriation of funds. So wetin be the difference between the two? For criminal breach of trust, that one dem put the property and the money under your care, but for criminal misappropriation of funds, the cash or the property does not necessarily need to be under your care or under your trust. So that is the difference. So now, do we have factual cases or maybe some cases that have been reported in Nigeria with respect to, you know, these offenses in quite all right, Demboku. So now the very first one we'll talk about is a case between the Federal Republic of Nigeria versus one Aminu Sule Lamido. Yes, as of that time when they make this report, this person was the son of a former governor of Jigawa State and was convicted for criminal misappropriation over 1 billion belonging to the states. You can imagine a single individual misappropriating over 1 billion naira belonging to a particular state. That's a loud one. You can imagine that a whole lot of things are going on in Nigeria. Yes, so what's our second instance? The second instance is the case of the Nigerian police against one ASP Solomon Abutu. So wetin happen for Abutu case? As on that time, Abutu na serving police officer. Now they can't charge am say the man go misappropriate the sum of 5 million when dem recover during an armed robbery investigation. Now him come claim say the money was safe under him, or say no use am for anything. Now later when they come dey investigate, now they come discover say oga don go use the money for personal investments. So if you look at these instances now, you go see say these are individuals wey be say carry money wey dem put under their care, or money wey belong to something else wey dem wan use for something else, come go use am for their own personal gain. Yes. So which other example again we get to show say this thing dey really dey happen for inside Nigeria? Now some of una belong to so many cooperative society. Yes, now belong to so many cooperative society. Now sef we don get cooperative society full everywhere. Inside cooperative society like this, criminal breach of trust and misappropriation of funds dey happen. Yes, now in 2021 like this, the treasurer of one cooperative society for Benin City, the man japa with 27 million naira wey be say members of that cooperative society don contribute. Like, I'm not joking, 27 million naira, you know, was what the man absconded with. Now later when dem come discover the man, the court come sen ten ce the man to 14 years imprisonment after dem prove through audit report say and other people wey testify come show say the man actually transfer that money from the cooperative account, which is a corporate account, enter in private and individual accounts. There were traces. The audit can show how the money take move from the cooperative. Now you go come dey imagine say how people take dey get the guts, take dey do all this kind thing with all this kind huge amount of money. So those of una wey be say una dey join cooperative, make una dey check whether the cooperative get better solid legal backing, or whether the people wey dey behind the cooperative dem tanda wella before una go join there, because last like somebody go talk, I know is the last comment of a fool, make e no come go be your last comment or based on the matter. So which other example we can get again? Even for primary schools, for inside schools, all those primary and secondary school, we get all these issues. I'm telling you, it's not a joking matter. Now primary school PTA funds for Osun State too, somebody carry that money go do another thing. You understand? One head teacher wey dem arrest for Osun State, the court even come convict himself for criminal breach of trust. After that, headmaster divert over 3 million naira from, in fact this one na PTA money, Parents Teacher Association money, wey be say dem contribute over 3 million naira. Now the man divert, and dem suppose use this money like this take go purchase learning materials for the children. You can imagine? And you go some places for Nigeria, you know, pupils no even fit see seat take sit down. They no get proper learning materials, no tables, no chairs, no blackboard, no whiteboards, no proper school uniform. They cannot even take proper meals before coming to school, like the hardship and everything. And somebody get in mind to divert over 3 million naira. Man, this one shocked me. Like, the matter serious, not be here. So now, with all these things wey be say they happen for Nigeria, with all these instances wey we don give now of all this criminal breach of trust and criminal misappropriation of funds wey be say they happen for Nigeria, when people continue to do all these things like this, obviously there would be consequences, and we want to talk about some of the consequences now. Yes, of course, we have legal consequences, we have economic consequences, and we have some moral, lessons to draw up from, these instances. And also we have social implications of all this. Now, what is the legal implication? Of course, when you are caught in the act of CBT or criminal misappropriation of funds, you could spend between 7 to 14 years imprisonment. Yes, you could also pay fines and so on. We'll talk about that later. So there are legal implications. When you breach the law, there are consequences that you need to suffer for breaching the law. Now, what about the economic implications? We have reduced investor confidence in the country, in the nation, or even in your state or that local place where you are carrying out this particular act. Then again, it encourages systemic fraud. Yes, because obviously for somebody to divert a huge amount of money, say 1 million, 2 million, up to about 1 billion, it involves strategy and system. So it implies that there are certain systems that have been put in place that civil servants and private individuals capitalize on to be able to divert these funds and then breach the trust that has been reposed on them. And again, it drains institutional resources. Now, you could imagine where maybe a government parastatal agency has earmarked a certain amount of money for a particular project, and then a single individual diverts that money. Obviously, the aim of that project has been defeated, and as a result of that, the project would not be executed. Now, that amount of money, it will then take a rigorous process to be able to recoup that money, and it might not even be the total amount of money, because obviously the diverter in quote would have expended some of those monies for personal gains or for personal use. So obviously it drains institutional resources, and that's like a serious economic implication. We need to be very careful. Now, what are the moral lessons to draw? Now, these acts or these offenses erode public trust in leadership and institutions, where leaders are seen as people who are bent on diverting public funds, without repentance and reservation. Then obviously people begin to lose confidence in such leaders and in such institution, because obviously when you come around, what would be the mindset of the people would be that you're here to take your own part of the loot, which doesn't make sense. So it erodes public trust in leadership and institutions. Then socially, what can we say? Victims often include vulnerable individuals and small contributors in cooperatives or cooperative societies and association. Of course, yes, when we talk about the cooperative society, for example, it is the common people in society, the local people in society that come together to put funds together to be able to achieve their common goals. But of course, when individuals begin to take advantage of this cohesion to put funds together, then you see that a whole lot of people would suffer, because obviously the rationale or the reason for saving that fund or for pulling that fund together would no longer be achieved. Yes. So now, These are offenses, quite all right, we've agreed. How are these offenses committed in Nigeria? Obviously, there are actionable steps, there are traces, there are things, signals, or things that people can actually see for you to be able to identify that what this person is doing is actually a criminal breach of trust or a criminal misappropriation of funds. No reasonable. Oh yeah, now maybe we talk some of those things. Now, the number one thing that you need to take a look at is that there would be altering of financial records to hide transactions. That is false accounting. You know, these accountants, some very deadly accountants, they know how to cook the books. They know how to hide figures. They know how to put monies into different parts of a budget and into the accounting book, or to hide it in such a way that when you take a look at it, you will not be able to detect those funds. So number one, the account will not be properly balanced, or even if it is balanced, it has been so done shadily that certain amounts of monies have been put, you know, in one or two places. In essence, the books have been cooked by the accountant. So when you begin to see some funny transactions in your accounting book, it is an opportunity for you to raise a question. Then number two, they use shell companies. Use of shell companies, yes, channeling funds through bogus or inactive companies. Of course, this is like the modus operandi. A whole lot of people, particularly within the government cycle, they tend to, you know, float a fictitious company, a company with no proper objective, with no office address, with no utility bills, a office that cannot be, a company that cannot be tracked. And then after floating these companies, they then create a corporate account in the name of these companies and then use it to launder or to divert these funds. In essence, these companies don't have any basic thing they are doing. They don't have any known objective that they are carrying out as a business. So now they use these shell companies to move the funds, you know, channeling funds through bogus or inactive companies. Now, another thing you must take note of is that there are ghost workers and projects. For example, constituency projects, which most members of the National Assembly say they usually execute for their constituencies, are nowhere to be found. That's a clear example. So then also you realize that certain names are on the payroll of the government and nobody comes to work representing those persons on the payroll. At the end of the day, salaries are paid to those accounts, yet nobody does the job which those persons are alleged to be doing within the government ministry, agency, or parastatal. So you have ghost workers and then you have projects. Now, diverting salaries and contract funds for fictitious staff and projects. This is very common within government cycle. Then again, what else do you need to look out for? You need to look out for forged signatures. Forged signatures. Yes, some signatures might not be very regular. Some signatures might not be very regular. So when a signature is forged, in fact, some mistakes that most people do, particularly the so-called big men in government, is that they ask some of their clerical staff to help them sign their documents. Now, after the clerical staff must have gained trust over a period of time, it implies that he or she has the leeway to do whatever he or she wants to do, and as a result of that, the signature can then be used to divert funds. So now we see instances of, you know, altering authorization documents and so on and so forth. So signatures can be forged for, you know, criminal breach of trust and criminal misappropriation of funds to occur. So when these documents are forged, they are then used to retrieve the funds and then to use for personal gain. Then again, we have instances of unauthorized withdrawal. Yes, obviously there will be unauthorized withdrawal. However, it is when the withdrawal has been made that the members of that organization or government agency, ministry or parastatal become aware of what has been done. Now, unauthorized withdrawal could be done via the use of ATM cards or the use of checks that are entrusted for corporate use only. So most times, one or two persons might come together to conspire to sign probably a check for the withdrawal of that fund. And the banks usually, once they see that the signatures that are meant to sign the check are there, then they tend to release the fund. There's no further due diligence. Only a couple of banks, do that. So now that we have been able to identify some actionable steps that people who commit criminal breach of trust and criminal misappropriation of funds can take to carry out those actions, what are some of the ways to prove this in court when a person is caught in these offenses? Yes, because definitely there needs to be a parameter, there needs to be certain ingredients that must be proved or identified for you to be able to adequately prove a criminal breach of trust or criminal misappropriation of funds in the court. Yes, so now for you to successfully prove this thing now, this is what you need to do. Number one, you need to first of all show say the person wey you dey charge to court, so dem entrust that thing for the person hand. Say the accused person, dem give am that money or that property, make him hold am, or that person in somehow get access or link to that money or that property. So that entrustment, you need to prove am say yes, so this person that thing him get ways to take come in touch with that money or with that property. Yes, so you need to prove that one. Then you need to prove breach of trust or dishonesty. After that entrustment, now you need to prove breach of trust or dishonesty. Now, evidence of intentional conversion of that money or the misuse of that money, you need to prove am. Evidence needs to show say that person willingly from in mind come take that money, come go use am take do something else wey be say dem not earmark that money for before. You understand? So maybe dem earmark that money to build road or to construct road or to build hospital. Yes, say because say that person get access to the money or get linked to the money, or the money dey directly under the person come withdraw the money. Instead of constructing road and building school, he come use am till they go trade crypto. You understand? So if you look am now, you go see say that person don breach the trust and that person dey dishonest. So you must show say the person dey dishonest. So that one dey there. So after you don't try to prove those two, you're going to talk about absence of consent. Absence of consent. Now, this word wey we dey talk consent, so na very big word. Virtually anything wey you wan talk about for law, consent must dey. You understand? So if person no give you that permission, in quote, no just put am for small term. If person no give you the permission, say consent na permission, dey go ahead, no give you the permission, say make you do so and so thing, and you can't go do the thing, na be say you don breach am be that. So consent no go dey. They legally authorize you or give you the authority to take approve the use of the fund the way you take go use am. So when you do am like that one self, mad gone. Them say dem go hold you, responsible for that. Then another thing wey you need to prove now be say documentation. You go need to show bank records of how the money take move, because if na huge amount of money, dem no go fit just carry am for Ghana must go like that. You understand? Dem go need to withdraw am from a particular account sef before dem go put am for Ghana must go. So you must show those documentation, how dem take withdraw the money, how dem take transfer the money from one account to another. Then if na for government cycle, you need to prove say internal memo move, because for government, memos must be raised and must move from one ministry or one agency or one parastatal to, and then you need to also get witness testimonies. People will be say dem dey privy to that transaction. People will get to know one way or the other, say more things that this thing dey happen. You understand? Those will be say dem join and those will be say dem no join. If you use them, but dem know about the thing, if you use them as witnesses. Yes, that one dey. Then audit dey there, forensic head audit. If you go call another company from outside, an accounting company wey dey audit, wey dey come audit wetin don happen, to check wetin really happen to that money, how the money take move, how dem take pad am, how the person take move am, wetin him do before him take move that kind huge amount of money. So that forensic accounting now dey show discrepancy, say this thing no follow, the account no balance o, debit and credit e get as e be o, you understand. So all those ones go come dey there. The audit too go still show say dem carry the money use am go do something else, because obviously if na for big projects na dem suppose use the money for, you no go come see the big project, or maybe dem go do am halfway come use the money go do some other things, you understand. So people wey come do this thing now, you know, punishment dey. No be say dem go just come say they don commit offense like that, say they no go come punish them. Remember, we don dey wan talk this thing before, you understand. Punishment dey, you get. So wetin be that punishment now? You know, say we don talk and say majorly for Nigeria, although we get other criminal what's it called, criminal statute wey dey regulate crime o, but majorly we don talk and say na the penal code and the criminal code na be the major ones. So that penal code for the north, waiting for the north, if you get up to 14 years, yes, if you give you up to 14 years imprisonment too. In some cases you go pay fine, and in some other cases too you go return that thing or equivalent of that thing wey be say you don take, you go even pay interest join sef. Then for that criminal code, if you take up to 7 years imprisonment, exactly. So based on the matter, if they just grab you like this, make you just know say you are in for it. So may you not come go dey waste 7 years of your life rather, or 14 years of your life for inside Kirikiri or Kuje or Okere prison, or you understand, that thing na waste of time now. Anyways, so based on the matter, we say okay, make we bring this thing to una knowledge, make una understand wetin we dey try to talk about for this thing. So now if you don watch this video, come reach subscribe to our YouTube channel Soteria-Television or Soteria TV, and you never follow us on Facebook TJM Amiwero Esquire, and you never follow us on TikTok TGM Amiwero Esquire, and you never go Instagram Soteria_TV, na be say you dey dull o, not dull us now. Oya na support the ministry, make the ministry for move to the permanent side. So just go there, subscribe, make you follow us, make you comment, make you share, make you like, you understand, and make you dey engage with our content. Now be you know they like wetin we dey do, as you dey enjoy wetin we dey do like this, so make other people too see they enjoy am. Now yeah, share the love, share the love, share the love. There's love in sharing based on the matter. I trust you now. I know so now go fit run am, una no go fit dull us. You understand, based on the matter now. So now, how we wan come take conclude this matter? Hope so una don share, una don engage, and all that. Oya na mo see how we go take conclude this matter. The problem of CBT, you understand, and criminal misappropriation of fund no dey limited to the government or even private individuals sef. You understand, we no dey government circle dem dey do am. Even for we dey see am for family too. We dey see am, all those businesses wey be say family dey run as a family business, we dey see all this as in dem full there wella. Then even for non-governmental organizations, charity organizations, yes, we dey see all these things there, dem many there. So all this betrayal of trust don dey become something wey be say e dey normal for inside society. Like people no too dey reason am again, they don dey look and say okay, na normal thing na, when the money come, I wey see go share. You understand? Now those things we no supposed to dey make am normal now for our society, because at the end of the day, the morality, in fact now for Nigeria, something wey dey immoral na e dey moral now. Now the extent wey we don dey now for Nigeria be that those things wey be say no dey moral, wey be say dey immoral, wey dey bad, now we don dey look as normal, as moral now, when now we don dey carry out, and that thing no make sense. So we need to do a lot. We need to make sure say we change the narrative with our own attitude. Now until our institutions take proactive steps, more things no go change o, including say people wey be say dem come out come come expose all those things wey dem dey call whistleblowers, then we come decide to say we wan digitize how our money take dey move, use blockchain technology so that we go dey see how money take dey move from one place to the other, and then say people wey be say dem commit this offence, we dey prosecute them timely. No be say you dey prosecute one person, that person you see dey prosecute am for 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years. Wetin you dey prosecute? If we no do all these things, this crime go still continue for our society. I dey tell you based on the matter, no be say I put juju for mouth. The reason am, so now you need to ask yourself one question. If your organization give you access to 10 million, for example, today, shey you go keep the money, abi go use am japa? So that one now na question wey be say you need to answer. Then make you put am for the comment section, make people come understand where you dey come from, how your thinking pattern be, how you see things, how things suppose to be normally for society based on the matter. You understand? So like play say make we tell you now, this thing wey we dey talk now na just to bring information to people and all that o. No be say we dey give una legal advice. If you know say you want legal advice, make you go consult your lawyer. Just DM your lawyer, get him number, chat am up, him go tell you how you go take go about the matter based on the matter. Na so the thing dey be. No be say we dey give you proper legal advice, we just dey try to informate una based on the matter, make the thing for no long loss. Oya na last based on the matter, make una subscribe again now to our YouTube channel. Oya go subscribe now, go subscribe, no dummy now, go subscribe, follow us, go follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok based on the matter. Oya na, we appreciate una for being there. Based on the matter, una too much, we like to see una again. Make una keep to the engage on our content, and make una dey move the ministry to the permanent side. So yeah, now we will see you again for our next video. Bye bye for now.